I grew up hoping that I'll be able to impact many people. I'll be able to have a wide circle of influence. I'll be able to do things to make people's lives better, many people's lives better. And one of those my sessions, I used to think of various things and various ways of solving problems that I saw in communities and as a country. At some point in my life, I was a consultant to the Nigeria Governors Forum, and I was part of the peer review mechanism, which meant that we had to visit every state in the country and peer review them to help them grow and improve on the services to the people. I had the privilege at that time of meeting with every single governor in this country and traveling to every single state. In the course of doing that, I realized that so many states in Nigeria are very wide and very large. So I realized that it was sometimes difficult for you to even be able to remember some things you heard in some particular localities because you had been to so many places and there were so many issues to handle. That was just me as a consultant in a particular subject matter. One day I thought that what will happen if I were a governor or president in this wide country or governor of a large state where I had gone on a tour around the states and the communities and I had heard so many different complaints. I had seen so many different things that needed my attention. I've also had the privilege of visiting state government houses and seeing the way they hold their meetings when they are trying to make decisions concerning the state. And one day I realized that I can sit in here and make so many decisions, so many policies and programs, and not realize how deeply or badly your policies can affect the weak and the poor amongst us. Because it can be so far away from you. Because the people you are listening to, the reports that are coming to you may not really focus on them. So you will take decisions, make policies that at the end of the day may really affect the weak and the poor very badly. In thinking of how to resolve that problem, oftentimes I imagine these things. I imagine myself in such positions and I'm asking myself, how do I ensure that the policies I make as a leader would not adversely affect the weak and the poor? Because it will be far from you. That was when I came up with the thought that if I were a governor or were the president of a large country like Nigeria, that I would have a picture of the weakest, poorest, most downtrodden child that I ever met on the tour or anywhere that I went in the country or the state. And I will hang that picture on a wall in my office, facing me directly. And I will wake up to that picture every day in the office. And whatever decision we're going to make, whatever actions we are decided upon, we would have to ask ourselves, how will this policy, how will this rule or law affect this child whose picture is hung on the wall? How will this policy and this rule affect the parents of this child who are weak and poor, are far away from the center of activity? It's important that leaders have a way to abridge the distance between them and the people, the poor, the weak, because sometimes they may just become statistical data to you, but they are real, they feel, they hope for you to be able to make decisions and laws that will help them. That was in my la la land. But as things have been, I am not a governor. I am not the president. So I made up my mind that, all right, maybe in our own spheres of influence, the rules you make in your office, the ones you make in your home, the ones you make in your estate or your environment, where you have some influence over both the weak, the strong, the rich, the poor, whatever decisions you are making. There are people created by God our Father, but for now, they happen to be weak and poor. Don't act as though they don't exist. Think about them. The things you want to do, how would it affect them? The things we are enjoying, how would you be able to make a version that they can also enjoy if they are not even able to enjoy the same things you are enjoying? That is the way I think a leader should think. I understand that there can be a wide distance, especially the way governance is in Nigeria, between you and the poor in your mind. But find a way to abridge it, because a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. We are only as strong as the weakest amongst us. If you are a leader, it is your responsibility to think about them and take care of them. Yes. Keep their picture. If you don't have a wall to put it on the wall of your heart so that all the time you remember that the poor and the weak need to be catered to.